Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, just go ahead and hit subscribe right now. Just bypass everything else, hit subscribe real quick, and then bring your attention back to the main screen. If you're not new here, girl, welcome back. So I am back with part 2 of the vote poll that I posted about what video you guys wanted to see. And so I've already put up how to grow your hair getting past shoulder length. You can watch that over here. Now I'm doing how to grow your hair getting past bra strap length. I'm gonna give you guys the context backstory of where I was at bra strap length, how long I was there, and why I stayed there, and how I got out of jail and made a hop, skip, and a jump and leap onto victory. Okay, so this is when I first noticed I reached bra strap length. It says September 5th, 2015, but we're just gonna call it 2016 because from 2016 to 2020 was about the time that I stayed in the plateau of bra straps. So basically around this time, I wore a lot of braid outs. I had been so determined to perfect the braid out, and I did. She don't miss. If you guys wanna know the secrets to perfecting your braid outs, all you gotta do is ask. You have not, because you ask not. But yeah, no, just let me know. I would definitely be more than happy to do that. By the way, this is not a braid out, this is a twist out. I'm trying to now perfect the twist out. This isn't how it looked 2 hours ago, but there is a lot of humidity in Texas, mind you. You see that? Inches is itching. Is it given? I'm so excited. During this time, I wore a lot of braid outs, but I also did wear different protective styles and low manipulation styles. There is a difference between protective styles and low manipulation styles. Protective styles are hairs that actually protect your hair. Like, I feel like personally from root to tip, your hair is covered, it's protected. Low manipulation styles are styles that don't require you to do too much to them to refresh and maintain them and upkeep them. So during the bra strap length era, this was the most experimentation I did during my entire journey with hairstyles, because I would always try new hairstyles. I did in the beginning when I was shoulder length, but not as much as I did in bra strap length, which is one of the reasons why I stayed at a plateau. I also made sure to keep my hair moisturized because at this time I was still a PJ, a product junkie. I never skipped deep conditioning because at this point I was still very dedicated and committed to my natural hair. It's not that I'm not now, but I definitely do be skipping steps because I've entered a more lazy natural hair era, but it's kind of been working to my advantage because I'm getting inches. Okay, learned that less is more, but back then I didn't know that. I thought that deep conditioning your hair doesn't correlate with your hair growing. What you guys was teaching me in the comment section is it indirectly correlates to hair growth, because if your hair is very dry and brittle, it'll break off easily, which then doesn't help you to retain the length that you just grew. So even though it doesn't help your follicle actually grow out of the scalp, it does help your strands stay moisturized so it doesn't break off, therefore you can retain more length. So yes, don't skip deep conditioning. If you're gonna be lazy, choose which steps you gonna take out and which steps you gonna keep. Deep conditioning is one you need to keep in there. And lastly, I also had a hair care routine at this time. My hair care routine was to wash my hair once a week, and I deep condition after I wash it, and then I style it as desired. I don't do that anymore. Right now, I wash my hair once a month and then just put in a protective style back to back basically. Now, mistakes that I made during bra strap length that kept me at bra strap length. So like I said, I was at bra strap length for 4 years, guys. I felt like the Israelites going around that mountain for 40 years when God said that is only a couple days trip. My guy, I need you to check your self-awareness right now. I need you to listen to me and what I say and be obedient. Some of the mistakes that I made that kept me there longer was doing my hair every couple of days and switching up my hairstyles all the time. Like every other day, it was a new Amy on the block. And you know what? Honestly, I don't regret it because I was always that girl, but I was always that girl at the same length. Combing my hair too often. Even though I'm using a wide tooth comb, I still would comb it almost every day or every other day. Basically, I would rebraid my hair every night when I was doing a braid out, but I would comb through it from end to root, like thoroughly, and then I would rebraid it. And on top of that, I probably had like 4 or 5 braids on one side and 4 or 5 braids on the other side. Now, if I do a braid out, you'd be lucky if you get 2 braids on each side, okay? And so yeah, I was like combing it every night, which really wasn't good because each time you run a comb through it, you're gonna lose some hair, whether that be shed hair or whether that be breakage. You can't tell me there's ever been a time that you've combed your entire head and not one strand fell out. And what I wish I did instead, already in a stretched out style, just braid it up. Like, I didn't need to run a comb through it, just braid it. It's not tangly. Another mistake I made was trimming my hair way too often. I think honestly, out of all 3 mistakes I made during this 4-year period, this probably was the biggest one that kept me at bra strap length. I was trimming my hair every 4 to 6 weeks as recommended by like hairstylists. Honestly, that's the worst advice anybody could ever receive. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And so yeah, as I've mentioned in my previous video, I never put 2 and 2 together. I've measured my hair rate growth. It grows ½ an inch every month. If at the end of 2 months it grew 1 inch, but 2 months equals 8 weeks, and they say trim your hair 4 to 6 weeks, I've already extended past 6 weeks. I'm at week 8. I should probably trim it. But when I trim it at the end of those 2 months and I've only gotten a month inch of growth, and I trim it an inch or 2 inches, like, I'm just staying at the same place or even at a setback. It's getting shorter. And so now I only trim my hair once a year. Also, I think I'm gonna start trimming my hair while it's straight now instead of when it's curly, because I think when I trim my hair when it's curly, I cut off more than I realized because it looks shorter, but when you stretch it out, it's actually longer. I started getting out of bra strap length around the pandemic. What I started doing to see the growth. So I learned to do extensive or long-term protective styling from this girl here on YouTube. You guys should go watch her, check her out. Her name is Natural Academia. She brought to my attention that you can actually do protective styles for more than a month. And I just didn't know that was a thing because I never heard of that. And I always thought you're supposed to only do it for a month because it can't last and your hair will get dirty. And yeah, it doesn't last, but what she taught me to do was just wear your protective style for that month. You wash your hair in that protective style, and then you just retwist or rebraid the front, like the visible parts that people can see, and you keep rocking it for the next month and the next month. That was honestly the biggest game changer. But back in 2020, I wasn't wearing passion twists like that yet. And like I said, it's more effective that way because they can be retwisted quicker and the style can last longer that way. Whereas with braids, I mean, you can still make it last 3 months like you can with twists, but it's just faster to like do 2 strands instead of 3. But if you prefer braids, you can definitely just rebraid the visible sections that people can see. But yeah, back in 2020 during the pandemic, the scamdemic, y'all remember we used to call it anything but the pandemic. I was wearing braids back to back, but I was only wearing them for like 1 month at a time, and I wasn't doing it every month. I was doing it kind of like every other month, which leaves room for a little bit of inconsistency and stuff. But that is when I started to actually track my hair progress in my notes app. You can track your hair growth any kind of way you want. This is just the way I do it. So as you can see, these are just like my notes. This is like all the way from 2020. And I really started tracking my progress so that I can know what works and what doesn't work for me. That's the most growth I got, honestly, was in the year 2022, because that's when I really got it down to a science. Once I started to notice that this was actually working for me, all I did was wash, rinse, and repeat. If you find it's working for you, just recycle it, just do it again. Lastly, my future projections for my hair. This is how I plan on getting past waist length. I still plan on doing long-term protective styling, except I've realized that now that my hair is longer, it's a little more work to add in hair. I want to do more like mini twists, mini braids with just my hair and not any added hair. I'll probably still add hair from time to time to switch up the look for like color and a little bit of style, but mostly I think getting past waist length, I'll just like use my hair. It's just easier that way and it's less time consuming. Lastly, I think I would wear wigs a little bit to incorporate in my protective styles, just to switch it up, because I do get so bored of my twists back to back. And I haven't been to a lot of hairstylists to get a lace front professionally laid, but the one time I did, it was really hurting my head because my braids were too tight, and she didn't blow dry my hair the way I would blow dry my hair. And I did notice that after doing that style, first of all, I only wore it for a week, but I did lose 2 inches. And I know that kind of sounds like very extreme. Okay, it's only 2 inches, it'll grow back. Yes, it will, but it took me 4 months to grow them 2 inches if my hair grows ½ an inch every month. And some months my hair grows an inch, right? So let's say even if it was an inch every month, it's still 2 months. It's kind of like an inch of your hair is a month of your time. Now let's just sit and think on that for a second, okay? Let that marinate. Instead, I would opt for headband wigs or wigs with bangs, you know, just because you can't see the lace. Those 2 styles of wig bands, because I feel like those are true low manipulation styles. Like a headband wig, you don't gotta do nothing to the front. Front what? It's covered by a headband. And then with bangs, like, you're literally good. Nobody will know. So those are just two of my future projections on how I plan on getting past waist length. We'll see how that goes. I'll let you know when I get there, and probably have a video on how to get past waist length. If you would so kindly share this with a friend. Thank you guys so much for your support. We just hit 4,000 subscribers, and I've never in my life had 4,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, because I did have an old channel back in the past. Please don't look for it. I'm about to hide it. I'm about to delete it, actually. Anyway, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for your support. Like, it for real means a lot to me. I hope you guys have an amazing, blessed week. As always, I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye, guys.